Previously on S-Class Hunter Heels with Monsters, our hero shattered the arena, tamed a rogue titan, defied the system's reset, and the enemy unleashed now a realm-devouring plague. And now, the story continues. The hunter's cure needs monster flesh, yet Jessica's greed sparks chaos. A newcomer steps forward, shouting, "My name is New Butterfly." She smiles, then adds that the family has grown a lot now. The statement marks a sudden surge in members and hints that current resources may be insufficient. The cold night threatens the sleepers, forcing a house upgrade. New Butterfly worries that those sleeping outside will catch the cold tonight. She suggests expanding the house or building a new one to keep everyone warm. She then asks the group what they should do next. The proposal forces the faction to consider a major construction project under pressure. Yoon-soo tries to keep the cartel in check. He pressures the private association but lacks legal authority. He warns that provoking the cartel will make them cut losses and vanish. The elite attending the auction know the risk. This highlights the fragile balance between law enforcement and the hidden cartel. In 3 days, the VIP lounge opens, setting the next scene. 3 days later, the gold auction VIP lounge opens. The room glitters with golden chandeliers and private booths. Elite hunters, politicians, and cartel members mingle. Lee Hyun slips in under a false invitation, eyeing the crowd for allies and enemies. This sets the stage for his next move against the cartel's leaders.
The host thanks the crowd for waiting, declares the start of the Gold City auction, and reveals that the first item comes from Chairman Jan Ji-bong of the Gold City Merchant Association, a veteran participant for 10 years. This matters because it marks the official opening of a high-stakes bidding war over monster-derived treasures. The audience gasps as a massive black stone materializes on the stage. A young hunter shouts excitement, saying he's never seen anything this large, and describes the item as an extra-large black stone from the demon realm with a starting bid of 1 billion. Another attendee mutters that no black stone this big has ever been shown before. The manager lifts a glittering artifact, calling it a manager appearance piece. He boasts that the item looks stunning, comparing it to a tailor's masterpiece that took longer than expected to craft. He mentions a price tag in the billions, emphasizing the immense value. The crowd reacts with awe, recognizing the manager's skill at presenting high-priced luxury items, and the auction's tension spikes.
Looks stunning, worth billions.
The next relic will shock everyone. Lee Biko steps onto the auction floor, eyes scanning the crowd. Han Seojin strides in wearing a formal badge and shouts his rank. He hands a sealed envelope to the podium. The envelope contains the Hunter Association submission list from Chairman Lee Yoon-soo.
Lee Biko shatters the auction's calm by unveiling a Demon Realm aquarium with a starting price listed as an incomprehensible billion, sending the vaulted hall into chaotic disbelief. Lee Biko risks his hard-won reputation as the crowd's outrage over the absurd bid threatens to undermine his auction's legitimacy and the priceless treasures he hopes to secure. A frantic challenger demands the mysterious TDA number, while Chairman Lee Yoon-soo remains silent, leaving the auction's fate hanging on an undefined billion that could shatter the council's authority and Lee Biko's ambitions. Giving you the best manhwa content is my job. Hitting that subscribe button is yours. Welcome to Manwa with Hari.
The hunter's comms cut out, the demon gate yawns, and monsters close in. Lee the crowded auction hall, eyes flicking between bidders. Mira leans in, whispers, "You're watching closely, right?" Lee Jun pulls a sealed vial from his coat, gasps, "Found them." Impossible. The item is a rare monster organ, a clue to the Red King's plot. "You're watching closely, right? Found them. Impossible." Lee Jun still doesn't know why number matters. Lee Jun fumbles his phone, screen flickers dead. He mutters, "Number? My phone dies now." The crowd's chatter drowns the signal, and the auctioneer's gavel echoes louder. Lee Jun realizes the dead zone masks a hidden transmitter. The hunters address the chairman, expressing trust in his leadership despite recent turmoil. The chairman reassures them, promising to protect their interests. One hunter vows to stay steadfast, hinting at emotional tension over recent sales. This exchange shows the group's loyalty to the hierarchy and sets up conflict with the hidden researcher. "We trust you, Chairman. I promise I won't hesitate." The group discusses mana food, deciding to give it to Y'all after they return home. They spot the long-haired hunter Kodak, identified as Giziak, the iconic try-again figure. The mention of Kodak hints at the looming involvement of the mysterious crazy number and deeper conspiracies.
Mana food soon? I'll give it to y'all later.
Kang Hyun suddenly yells, "Who? How can this be?" As a masked figure appears, blocking their view. The shock forces the hunters to pause and reassess their surroundings. It signals that something unexpected has entered the auction floor, raising the danger level for everyone. Mira shouts that they're being kidnapped, but a woman obsessed with mandragora cells ignores the chaos, focusing on extracting the first 3 healthy samples. The researcher's fixation on the mandragora experiment overrides the immediate threat, revealing the secret agenda behind the kidnapping. This highlights the deeper conspiracy involving illegal cell transplants. Yuna asks, "Are those drips nutrient supplements?" While eyeing the equipment, hoping Manager Kim will explain later. The junior hunter declares, "Even if I die, I won't endanger my master. I respect him." He then mentions mental telepathy, but indicating a silent communication method. This shows his loyalty and hints at the researcher's covert mind link ability, suggesting the kidnappers may already be communicating inside the guild.
Even if I die, I won't endanger my master. I respect him. Mental telepathy, but...
Master Olo shatters the silence, announcing the true nature of the TDA and exposing Crazy Number, as the cloaked figure rips off his mask to reveal the infamous Mandragora researcher himself. Junior hunters feel their loyalty crack, fearing betrayal while the young hunter's desperation spikes. Realizing their master's secret could doom their comrades and the entire research network they've sworn to protect. Now the crowd watches as Crazy Number steps forward, his grin promising a new, darker experiment, leaving everyone wondering whether the TDA will unleash an unstoppable plague or become their ultimate weapon. Brains over brawn every single time. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari. He unleashed monsters on the lab, and the cure became a weapon of annihilation. Lee Jun storms into the hidden research wing. The doors slam. Inside, containment pods burst, releasing hung Mandragora monsters. The creatures tear through equipment, spilling blood. Jun watches the chaos, realizing the cure they were developing can now shred flesh. The lab's purpose flips from healing to killing. The monster rampage forces the scientists to act fast. He now faces the senior scientist who holds the key to the child's immunity. Lee Jun stands before Master, the senior scientist. He repeats an old promise. Research only matters if it benefits the world. Master asks the researcher if he likes the facility, then tells him to ignore everything else and concentrate on his work. The researcher replies that his only job is the research. This matters because the lab's priorities shift to the child's immunity, sidelining other projects. Soon the hidden command placed on the team leader surfaces, threatening their freedom. The researcher hears a garbled warning. Then Master reveals that a silencing command was implanted on the team leader years ago, code 0080 Rokari. He tells the leader to forget the command, implying it can be broken. This matters because removing the command could free the leader to act against the hidden agenda. The senior scientist hands Lee Jun a sealed vial labeled number. He explains that the sample will trigger the side effects, so they must stay close to monitor the reaction. Lee Jun takes the vial, feeling the weight of the experiment. The lab lights flicker as the vial is opened. This matters because the impending reaction will test whether the child's immunity can withstand the dangerous monster cells. Number. Effects begin. Stay close. They watch the vial's reaction, hoping the child can handle it. Lee Jun injects the sample into the child's bloodstream. The child winces but stays steady. The senior scientist notes that the treatment should at least slow the progression of the side effects. The senior scientist presents a 6-year research summary, listing the child's age, admission year, and multiple poison frog cell injections, along with recorded side effect data. Lee Jun looks at the report and remarks that, despite the impressive findings, his own body already carries so much foreign material that the impact feels muted. This matters because it confirms the child's unique immunity and hints that further treatment may finally halt the lingering side effects. The next dose could finally end the suffering.
Report, age, 4th year, poison frog cells injected, side effect data attached. Amazing, but random stuff in my body dulls impact.
The senior scientist yells at Hung, demanding the research be handed over immediately. The senior scientist shatters Lee Jun's self-image by unveiling that his chimera transformation and immunity are deliberate experiment results, and that the immune child's cells hold the cure he's been hunting. Burdened by guilt over past atrocities and his mother's absent pleas, Lee grapples with the crushing weight of becoming humanity's only hope, sacrificing his own redemption for countless sick children. With Hung clutching the crucial 6-year data and the senior scientist's desperate screams echoing, Lee faces a ticking clock as the hidden side effects threaten to erupt, leaving the cure's fate hanging in the balance. They thought they could use him. They were wrong. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari.
Lee Jun's blood freezes when the healed beasts become his executioners. Joseph leans back, sighs, and says he's had countless objects forced into his body, so another insertion doesn't shock him. He mentions Mandragora with a half smile, then points at a cluttered desk and demands to see the current research. The request forces the group to reveal a hidden experiment that could change their fight against the Red Guild. The mysterious food stall soon appears, promising a break from the tension. The researcher, still curious, asks the stall owner what bungee actually is. The vendor wipes a counter, nods, and explains they bake a special flatbread using a rare grain called shi. The researcher admits his body houses a fragment of the legendary world tree, a wandering giant that rarely appears. He mentions the last confirmed sighting was 60 years ago, emphasizing its rarity and potential power. This clue could shift the balance of the whole conflict. Stay sub to Manwa with Hari, or you'll miss the climax. His vivid description of the tree fuels growing curiosity. Joseph replies, "I've only heard rumors too." The researcher paints a picture of a massive tree reaching the heavens, glowing fruit drifting through mist. The mythic image plants a new goal for the hunters, to locate the wandering world tree before anyone else does. The researcher stresses that a certain potion cannot be made without a specific person's abilities. He points out that the formula hinges on her unique power. The group realizes the task forces them to involve the unnamed woman. Their only option is to bring her into the lab. The urgency rises as the potion's deadline approaches.
One potion absolutely requires her abilities.
Mira must decide whether to join the dangerous experiment. The asker steps forward, insisting they will handle the job despite doubts. They ask the researcher if they are certain about proceeding. The researcher hesitates, then reveals they will only help if a condition is met. The condition adds a new layer of risk. The researcher murmurs, "I've always wondered what it thinks day to day." He then declares that goodwill starts with the gold sample they secured. The gold-infused serum may calm the Mandragora's hum. This revelation offers a possible breakthrough, linking wealth to the cure. Their plan now pivots to testing the gold serum on the core. The researcher, identified as Dak, leans over a bathtub-filled lab station. He blurts out, "Who is this? Why a bathtub? Don't tell me." He then adds, "When the body is comfortable, the mind becomes comfortable too." He's trying to link physical comfort to mental stability, a clue to why the Mandragora's hum is so stubborn. Dak flips his notebook, triggers the coded, Y002 Ely phase, and the Mandragora's core erupts in a blinding pulse as the gold-infused serum ignites, forcing Rex to confront the humming menace. Rex feels the weight of Judgment Titan, knowing his breach could cost the team their research, while Dak's obsession with silencing the hum threatens to sacrifice the creature's life for a fleeting cure. A garbled transmission crackles. The Helper is calling me, leaving the lab trembling as unknown allies race against the Mandragora's relentless hum, and the fate of the specimen hangs on an unanswered summons. Videos like this get buried all the time. Hit subscribe on Manwa with Hari so we don't lose each other. 10 minutes of borrowed life. Every snarling monster circles, hungry for his blood. The savior's desperate shout echoes through the cavern. Yogi catches the cry, fists clenched, promising to answer the beast's summons. The party rushes to the fallen hunter, skin cream in hand, racing the clock to seal the wounds.
Yogi shall always answer the call of the creature cave.
The next scene pushes the moisturizer to its limit, testing if it can buy them any precious seconds. Yogi greets the wounded savior with a blunt "Oh savor," then slaps a dollop of shimmering moisturizer onto the hunter's still wet skin. He spreads the magic cream over every cut, hoping the alchemy will hold the bleeding. Yogi examines the Mandragora, noting its skin still radiates warmth. He worries the creature may remain unstable despite the heat, prompting the team to brew a calming potion before moving forward.
Mandragora should be warm enough, but I'm worried.
Soon they'll discuss the mysterious blue crystal they uncovered. Lee Junwoo points to a faint blue glow hidden among tangled roots, asking the group what the strange luminous object could be. Curiosity sparks, hinting at a new clue that may alter their path through the forest. The answer could lead them straight into the bone graveyard's fog, turning mystery into danger. Yogi frowns, asking what's wrong? Did something happen? The camp, noting the fire's dimming glow while others still breathe. Dowson steps forward, pointing at empty potion bottles, warning that supplies are dangerously low. Without more healing liquid, surviving the acidic fog becomes impossible.
What's wrong? Did something happen?
The dwindling supplies force them toward the cliff. Yogi reads the label 1010 on a fresh flask, indicating a double dose. Kim cracks it open, gulps, and shivers as a warm wave spreads through her body. She jokes it tastes like coconut soda, a rare treat after weeks of bland rations. The sudden warmth counters the freezing air, keeping them functional for the descent. As night falls, the manor's lights flare, casting a dazzling glow across the snow. Yogi watches the illumination, comparing it to a castle's beacon. Kim shivers, noting the brightness masks the creeping fog. Dowson records the light's intensity, fearing it may attract enemy attention. The radiant signal could draw Lord Kwan's forces to their position, forcing them to conceal the glow.
It's so bright. Feels like a castle at night.
Their next challenge is to hide the glow before tower scouts arrive. Yogi asks, "What exactly is a bone graveyard?" Kim replies, "Graveyard sounds scary." Lee watches the fog grow denser as he descends further, noting its thickness increases with each step. Piles of assorted bones, massive femurs, tiny vertebrae, scatter the ground. He wonders aloud whether any of the bones could be harvested for healing or weaponry. Such material could give the hunters a crucial edge against the acid fog. A sudden chill signals the fog may soon turn deadly. Lee spots a small monster bone glinting among the debris, its lightweight and peculiar shape catching his eye. He picks it up, examining its texture, speculating it might serve as a quick heal ingredient. Discovering usable monster parts could grant the hunters a vital advantage against the corrosive mist. Lee steps onto the bone graveyard's narrow path as a corrosive fog swallows the ground, cutting off retreat and forcing Yogi's team to hold the ledge entrance while the mist threatens to seal them forever. Yogi's command presses the group, Kim's warning seals their fate, and Lee risks death for a healing bone, leaving each member teetering between hope of a cure and the terror of a one-way death trap. Dowson's lingering question about the fog remembering Lee's death hangs over them, while the acid mist expands, leaving the team's escape uncertain and the true nature of the bone graveyard's curse still hidden. They thought he was weak. They were wrong. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari to see what happens.
Mr.'s voice cracks the air. He yells, "When does she return?" Then blows a sharp horn. Will dashes forward, eyes blazing. Kimnarixanabi snaps to the left flank. Flying squirrel darts right. The squad snaps into a tight formation. Every breath is held, ready to yank the rope the instant the command drops. Their instant rally proves they can strike without hesitation.
That's Mr. Signal. Everyone to positions.
Now they sprint toward Kodak, hoping the child is still safe. A rusted playground looms ahead, swings swaying in the wind. Someone cheers, "Yay, a playground!" And the crew bursts into a quick game of tag. Uncle Gi Suk appears, leaning on his staff.
The creature beside Kodak swells dramatically. His body balloons, limbs stretch, skin ripples. Mr. notes the sudden mutation, questioning whether Joseph's potion sparked the change. The team frets over the unpredictable growth. The flesh, spotting odd runes pulsing beneath. Hung keeps a safe distance, wary of a sudden flare. They debate whether another potion could stabilize the anomaly.
Bigger too.
Mr. outlines the next phase. First, they will siphon the detonation spell from each member's body. Then, they will fuse those fragments into a single annihilation spell. This is their only hope to neutralize the monster threat.
First we extract the detonation spell, then forge annihilation.
The team moves to commence the extraction. Mr. watches as the extraction concludes. The creature erupts with a wild, ear-splitting scream. Its eyes blaze as the spell surges through it. The outburst signals unstable magic, threatening to spiral out of control.
Extraction works. The creature screams wildly.
The raw energy alarms everyone nearby. Mr. draws the detonation spell from every member, fusing the volatile fragments into a single annihilation spell. The creature's scream shatters the air, unleashing a searing surge that ripples across the battlefield. The raw power threatens to tear the ground asunder. Mr. wagers his very life on the unstable magic, bearing the weight of his teammates' survival. Wool's desperate shouts echo, each command turning breath into a gamble between heroic rescue and catastrophic loss. The annihilation spell flickers, refusing ignition. Unchecked energy roils beneath them, the field trembling on the brink of an explosion that could annihilate everything before a solution emerges. Every detail matters. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari, and we'll catch them all. The blast seeps into their veins, turning each wound into a race against death. The squad jerks backward, eyes wide as a hot red glow spreads across their chests. The internal explosion spell flares, monster gene energy crackling inside each hunter. They sense the countdown ticking, knowing the power could vanish any second. What do you think you're doing? Two quick commands cut through the chaos. One hunter yells, while another adds ta. The pair coordinate the lariat's final loop. Their timing must be perfect to seal the trap before it collapses. Ta! With the lariat in place, the trap's jaws begin to close. You feel the pressure as the demonic energy still flickers. A hunter declares, "If you're serious, this side is better." He adds, "Even if you turn monster, you can still survive." Another chuckles, pointing at a torn uniform. "These clothes are useless." Bella then lightens the mood, promising porridge for the wounded, and slips in the subscribe reminder. Arya steps forward to examine the sigil. The symbol looks like a mountain mouth with a star above it. She says it is a seal for a demonic gate. The squad watches the rune glow brighter. The rune could trigger the trap if broken. The importance lies in that the gate could reopen the explosion spell. Hong tries to decipher the runes before the floor gives way. Hong leans over the rune and reads the warning etched in the edge. He mutters that the seal warns of crushing pressure underneath. He alerts Taecheon and Arya that the floor is unstable. The squad pauses to plan a safe route. One of the hunters, trying to downplay the chaos, tells Yul that the recent tremor was nothing. Meanwhile, a 10-year-old child appears on a floating platform, calmly conversing with a massive sea monster hovering above the water. The monster seems to listen, its eyes glowing with an eerie light. This matters because the child's connection could reveal a hidden ally or a new threat. The monster's next move could change the battle's tide. Taecheon watches the younger hunters scramble after the explosion spell. He mutters that kids that age act odd, then decides not to file an accident report. Instead, he orders the team to keep the child's memory safe and move on. Yul loops his double lariat around the 5 hunters, yanking the rope tight just as the floor cracks open and a massive steel trap bursts forth, the lariat snagging the deadly spikes before they impale the squad. Joe watches the hero's chest flutter irregularly, feeling a chilling arrhythmia that could spell the loss of their strongest ally, while the squad breathes a tentative relief that masks their mounting dread. The hero's pulse flickers uncertainly, leaving the team trembling over the open steel maw and wondering whether the hidden threat below will claim them before the next battle even begins. The payback is going to be legendary. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari to witness it.